Hi, Quirijn, welcome. Now we're going to talk about one of the sessions you ran today, which was about improving sponsorship and getting more out of sponsorship for events and exhibitions. So
Yes.
tell me, how did the session go?
So, there were of course all event organizers sitting in my circle, and they have a challenge: how can I sell more sponsorship packages to my potential exhibitors and existing exhibitors?
Yeah.
And my first question was, okay, what are you doing now? People had standardized packages, but also some of them, they customize it based on the potential sponsor's needs. And I think giving that option to your sponsor really helps them to that they have the feeling that you're thinking along and not just there to sell a standard package. And the other ones agreed on that was actually a good tip. They will try it for next year.
Okay. So what are the things you're seeing that are possible now, which perhaps weren't possible 5 years ago, technology-based or something like that? Plus also the pressure for people to justify the spend on sponsorship that can really help. You know, what's the industry showing that it can now do?
Yeah. So nowadays it's not only about having your logo everywhere, branding around in the exhibition. However, technology does help with that, showing your logos on TV screens next to presentations.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot about content, providing interesting content for the visitors coming to your show. And this can be hosted by a sponsor.
Okay. So what sort of content is really adding that value? What do people do with that because they've been at the event? You know, what changes for them?
Yeah, so this could content be, for example, the campfire session I was hosting as an exhibitor. I'm sure they didn't want to hear, but I would love to have paid for that.
Yeah.
As an exhibitor, because I have the potential to get interesting leads.
Yeah.
In my group, and actually all of them were interesting leads because I could hear their challenges. I could hear what they were looking for, and all the time that I had in my mind was, I have a solution for you. I have a solution for you, and I would love to follow up with you. And if you give an exhibitor the chance to speak about or to host a round table about an expertise or a product or service of a topic related to your service, you can.
So you're giving them permission. You know, whereas you're in an event where you're not paying for that sponsorship. You know, you're quite rightly sort of managing that relationship, and you're not going to appear to sell to them and so on. So it gives you permission to actually identify the need and talk specifically to a customer about you providing that requirement because you've paid to be there.
Exactly.
Okay, so we need to encourage that more for people. So how do we do that? How do we improve the acceptance of the fact that you are sponsored to be here and therefore will try and sell to you?
I think it's good to ask your sponsors, what would you like to get in return? And they will say, I would like to have contacts.
Yeah.
I would like to meet the right people. And if you as event organizer can facilitate that through one-on-one meetings or, for example, the campfire sessions that you have here, you are able to seriously consider to buy a package like this and to host a session.
Yeah. So what, as an event organizer, what can they do to really encourage people to understand the proposition which sponsorship now is? What can they offer? What single thing would you kind of create the step change?
Yeah, I would give exhibit of the sponsors the opportunity to track something before the actual event, like pre-event results.
So who might they might be interested in meeting, when they're going to be there?
Right.
Okay.
And also for on-site.
Yeah.
Tracking technology, analytics, and for after the event that you're able to contact the people you met during, for example, your sessions.
Right.
And giving your sponsors the opportunity to follow up step by step.
Okay. And make that possible. And so I love the fact that we can now use these technologies more actively and live time, and also before the event. because that's the way the value really comes, because it's easy. If you leave everything to chance when you're actually in on the day, you'll probably miss much more, and unless you believe entirely in fate, you're never going to meet the right people. Excellent.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much indeed, Quinea. That's fantastic to meet you. Well done.
Sorry.